Oh wait, I need a shade though.
Why?
Because heat.
Is it recording?
Yes, it is now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great, you just shared it with my confidential papers.
Awesome. Or you won't be able to read it. Anyways, all right. So it's
after a 2-week break.
Or 3, I don't know. The past few ones,
I've been terrible.
Yeah, that's why I've been posting.
We're hungry.
Yeah. We're gonna Rudy's.
Yeah.
Pulled pork sandwiches, dude. And sweet tea.
Brisket.
Or that. Anyways.
Can I drive with no hands? When's that gonna be a thing? Andy, that doesn't count. You have hands. Anyway. You know the past 2 shoots we've lost the camera at some point? Like we've made it fall off.
Oh yeah, let's try not to do that. Well, I'm wearing Express today, so maybe maybe that'll do so. Because I'm always wearing Express.
Go on alternate route, yo.
Nah, we're just gonna mess everything up and then we're gonna have a terrible episode.
Because I went an alternate route?
Yeah. So, science.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi. Alright, there's a thing on Flipboard about a new kind of crystal. It's called a time crystal.
See, now that definitely sounds like something from Doctor Who.
Alright, it says, okay, the article is on Wired.com.
Wired.
And it says,
you know, the people that report about technology.
Yeah, the title is Time Crystals Could Upend Physicists' Theory of Time. And what it is, it's like, it's a crystal that works based off the asymmetry of time.
Asymmetry,
okay?
So it's almost like a magnet for time.
Yeah.
Like the way the way compasses work off of the Earth's magnetic field.
Yeah, okay,
lines.
because
it's almost like that, but for time.
Yeah. See, like,
that's what I'm thinking.
In our world right now, we live in 4 dimensions, alright? X, Y, Z.
3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time.
Yeah, 1 temporal one. That's the constant.
That we don't see.
Yeah. Or like we experience.
We experience it. We feel it.
Yeah. And apparently, the crystal is supposed to work off of
that 4th dimension.
Yeah. And
cool.
The idea.
Can I have my house built out of it?
Probably not.
Out of time. What kind of material did you use for your house? Oh,
and so they have a bunch of scientists who go there. I think some Chinese, one's Japanese. I don't even know.
Right.
Anyways, they're really.
So the Asian community.
Yeah. And I think they're teaming up with some Brits too.
The Brits.
And their experiment to test this thing out is
I'll take one thing.
Oh, okay. Their thing to test the thing out. Oh wait, I didn't even explain it. Okay, so the time crystal.
I don't know anything about it.
All right, it's like a clock. All right, it tick tock, it moves, right? But without any energy.
Right.
Like no heat, there's no potential kinetic energy that's exerted, you know, while doing it. And so it moves off of that temporal distortion, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
We're getting into quantum physics and stuff. I don't even know what it is.
Dude, I don't even know what physics are at this point.
Yeah, so the experiment that these scientists are trying to do, what they're going to do, they have a space of whatever, right? They're going to, it's like a ring. They're going to electrify that ring, okay?
Uh-huh. And
within that ring, they are going
a ring of time crystals.
Or no, a ring of just electric. It's like a wire, all right, and it goes across. It's just a little circle, right? And they're gonna electricity is gonna go through that wire, right? And then they're going to inject calcium ions into that ring. And since calcium ions, they have a charge, right? It's I think it's +1. They all have 1 electron each, right? So they're negative charges, so they all repel each other. And since they're all the same ions, they'll repel each other at the same magnitude of force. So they'll automatically make a perfect ring, right?
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So then they're gonna do that. All right. All the ions together. I think the experiment was 100 ions together.
7.
I don't even know.
Look at all the grass. How much grass do you think there is?
7 grass.
7 grass.
7 grass. And so once they do that, they are it's in this order, or it was flipped around. They're going to magnetize, all right? They're going to enable a magnetic field. They're going to turn on a magnetic field,
turn on the
electromagnet, right?
Right.
So it goes through all the ions, and then they're going to cool it to very, very cold temperatures.
Absolute zero.
A billionth degree.
Okay.
A billionth
I have a question.
of a degree.
I have a question.
Above.
How is it we can get within a billionth degree of absolute zero and not just call it absolute zero?
Because paradox. Stuff like that.
Because paradox.
Because if you want to try to you keep getting closer and closer and closer. You keep splitting half and half and half and half and half.
So what's next? A trillionth?
Could be.
A trillionth of a degree off.
Yeah, could be.
That's
so
ridiculous.
so they cool it, right?
So
in
cool.
order to remove all like the
what is
heat
absolute
energy. 0 Kelvin.
I'm really more astounded that we can get within a billionth of a degree of absolute zero.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, because I've always thought of absolute zero as being like, that's it. I mean, we hit absolute zero, world's gone. Even though I know that that's not how it really works.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems like that thing is that it's so cold in like one little area of the earth.
There is absolutely
nothing.
There's no energy. The molecules inside do not move at all. It pretty much stops, all right? And that's
so if you could stop a molecule from moving.
Yes.
God, I mean that stops everything.
That's
like dude, I've still yet to understand how the human body works. So I don't know.
Some of biology.
Dude, biology didn't explain anything.
But anyway, so they're going to cool it to zero, like almost pretty much 0 Kelvin, right?
Right.
All right, that removed all the heat energy and everything.
What is absolute 0 degrees?
0 Kelvin or negative 273 C.
Or negative
centigrade.
Okay, yeah. See, we live in America.
I don't know what Fahrenheit it is. Anyways, so once they do that, they remove the heat. There's no energy. There's no potential, or there's no kinetic. And then with the magnetic field, all right, they're going to zap one of calcium ions, right? They're going to make it positive. So you got every single, all the other calcium ions are going to be negative.
And one's going to be positive. So they're all going to around it.
So the theory is, if the time crystal actually like exists, because this is all theoretical at this point, if it does work, that positive charge is supposed to go around in timed like regular intervals around
the ring.
Just in the ring, right? Without any energy at all.
Whoa.
Pretty much, it gets its energy off time and nothing else. And that's just like infinite energy. Boom.
That doesn't make sense to me.
What do you mean?
Well, granted, I have a very second grade knowledge of physics compared to what these people have.
Yes.
If you have stopped something from moving.
Yeah. Time still goes.
Right, I understand that. But these electrons work off of movement. A positive
molecule.
Okay, I would think that at any temperature, at the absolute zero, that all the molecules may as well be the same.
Yeah.
But with different counts of, I almost said positrons, protons, and electrons.
Yes.
That's all that would be different, right? But if there's no movement, the movement was only coming from
the
electricity.
Like its charge.
The charges.
Yeah.
But giving, so these are all negative, and then there's one in the center.
No, it's not in the center.
Okay, so they electrify one that's on the edge, and it moves to the center.
Edge. It doesn't move. It goes around like this.
The whole ring rotates.
Yes, or that's what I think.
That still doesn't make any sense. That's stupid.
But anyways,
you sure this isn't an April Fool's joke?
No,
it's
on wire. It's on Flipboard. It's May 2nd.
Third. It's also 66 degrees out.
Yeah, in Texas.
It is. Okay, so we live in Texas here, where it's like 1,000,000 degrees.
Yeah, now it's like 60.
It was 40 when I woke up. My car was covered in frost. It took 5 minutes for my car to just melt a little bit. Yeah. I sat here and I was just like...
It was like, okay.
It was in my jacket. I was like, alright, well...
Like, whatever. But,
that's pretty, time crystals...
Yeah. Dude, if it does prove true, and we can harness that energy...
What energy? You said there wasn't any energy.
Well, like movement, right? It's movement based off of time. See,
you know what?
Movement without energy.
When you get a job at the CERN spinny thing, the hydrogen,
the collider thing.
Yeah, when you get a job there, you can tell me how science works. Until then, BMW still looks stupid. Look at that grill. It looks like a mustache. And all the color just drained from our faces. You'll never see me coming.
Now, we're shooting.
It's 100, man.
Alright, cool. I don't need you. I haven't seen it.
I saw 410.
Whatever. Because your dad worked for, and you get benefits. This means just like show off.
Benefit?
Whatever. Anyways, we just ate.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Actually, I need to turn left.
See, this is free advertisement.
When I say I need to turn left, I meant I want to turn left. Do you want coffee?
I kind of want a frappuccino, but I have this.
Go 17 Starbucks.
Okay.
Wait, I don't know why I would go to racetrack. I'm not going to get anything.
I don't know.
That's just so nice.
Because you want it to turn
we have
left.
a green light.
So anyways, back to the time crystal thing.
Dude.
If we can harness that movement, and I don't want to say energy because it's not energy, but if we can harness the movement and use that to power our machines, that would be like...
Is it stable?
Well, they haven't tested it yet. But this experiment that they're doing, it's about the size of a hair. A strand of hair, human hair.
Stupid.
That's how small the thing
Make
is.
it bigger.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing I'm kind of skeptical about, because they're testing if the time crystals work and, like, you know, if they move in absolute zero, right? But
Correct.
if you take it like everyday environments, it's not going to be absolute zero. There's going to be like heat from like outside sources and like other energy.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how it would work out. But if we somehow did manage to do that, like unlimited mechanical power, I think that would
Mechanized.
solve all our problems. What is gas when you can just put a crystal in and it'll just go? You don't need to.
I wonder if I could power the refrigerator that makes it go to absolute zero. Like, I wonder what the yield is on it. Like, how efficient it is. Like, you know transformers that are on power lines?
Yeah.
Those are highly inefficient. I mean...
How?
Okay, well, you see, power lines are, let's say, 1,000 voltage at 2 amps, right?
Yeah, they just go, the power goes.
They just go,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Then it hits the transformer.
Right, then it hits the transformer. A perfect transformer would go from 2,000, or a 1,002 split to a about 200, 100 split.
So like...
So 200 volts, 100 amps.
Okay.
No power loss.
Yeah.
But transformers don't work like that because they're not entirely self-contained.
And we're not in a perfect world.
And we're not in a perfect world. So literally you lose like 50% power.
Oh. Well, sucks.
50.
I don't know if we just happen to have one of these crystals and everything. I mean...
Happen to have.
No big deal.
Happen to have found one of these crystals in everything.
If it just keeps rotating, we could power a turbine, which we could convert into power. If you think about it, you're converting time into energy.
Sort of.
It basically, that's what you're doing, and that's...
How'd that feel?
I just like had my mind blown when I was reading the article. If it does happen to work, I mean, the future, man. Future! And the singularity.
The singularity.
Did you watch the video?
No.
Dan Brown?
Oh, yeah, I hit a bird. Why do we have a turn arrow here? Oh, you turn.
I don't know. Anyways, the singularity. Essentially what it is transporting the human consciousness into a digital form. And have you watched Sync by Corridor Digital?
No.
Okay, essentially...
Watch that cone,
in Sync...
I hit the cone.
There's this guy... Alright?
Okay, I'm listening.
He's a special agent for the U.S.
I follow.
FBI, CIA, whatever. Some kind of top secret thing, right?
Uh-huh.
He is the first human to have ever had, reached the singularity, right?
Okay.
And so he also has, these bodies of himself called, I think they're called,
I I feel like I've heard of this.
pods or whatever. I'm not sure.
Like they're clones of him.
Yeah,
So you can. So if one of them dies, it just transfers to another.
Like his consciousness like transfers over. Like it's like a wireless link up.
Cool. So that's like Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so it's like an artificial body that he can like transport his mind into.
So like,
and he can like.
So in effect, he could put one of these in every major town in the world, and just transfer his consciousness and be there.
Yeah, pretty much. He could be anywhere
so
within
that's his
a second, pretty much.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
that's what I would do. Is I'd put him in like.
But you have to get the actual like body itself.
There.
Yeah, in the first place in order so it would work, and you would need like, and the thing is like it's like a link up. It's like it's a server in whatever. Because they had one in like China or whatever too, and they had some of the bodies there too, and he just transferred over.
So cool. It's like iCloud. Dude, that's what it's gonna be, honestly. If we get to the point where singularity is possible, we're gonna, well, not even there. If we get to the point where we understand how and where memories are stored in the brain, you'll straight up pay online to have your memories backed up, and you'll just go into some store every couple months or even years, really, and just have all those memories retrieved.
It's fascinating.
And at a point that would become consumer level, you go to sleep at night, lay on a specialized pillow, do not turn the AC off.
I'm cold.
I don't care. Put a jacket on. And you would basically lay on this pillow, and it would just take your memories and back them up.
Yeah, like.
Are you wearing a Snuggie?
No. I mean, like, at first, it's, like, when inventions come out, they're, like, groundbreaking, right?
Like the 3D printer.
Yeah, they're, like, they have a very, novelty kind of, effect to them, right? But once it becomes, like, widespread...
It's like,
then, you know, once the market...
Yeah, color printing.
When the market gets a hold of it and, you know, it gets commercialized, that's when I think things are going to start going downhill. Because, like... What if, like, you have to pay to get your own memories back? Like...
But they're still stored in your head.
Yeah, I know, but, like, what if you, like, say you got, traumatized, like, head trauma, like, you forgot something.
You just restore them back up. It's on iTunes.
Yeah, but what if you don't have that?
Tough luck. It's gonna be just like it is today. You don't get your memories back. Sorry. I mean, it's one of those things that everybody says, I don't want this, I don't want that. Okay, then don't have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same with, you know, all the social issues that I'm not going to name for sake of filter. I mean, it's all that, you know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you understand.
Yeah. It's like, the thing is, like, if we could reach that singularity, we have access to the whole consciousness. And I don't know if you've seen, like, there's some videos, scientists have been able to, like, they take a person, right? And they make them watch a video, like, right before, like, they go to sleep or something like that.
Follow.
Yeah. And then they wire their head up to some machines, right? So they can, like, read the brain signals and stuff, like electrical signals. And they were able to translate those electrical signals into a video feed, like an actual video, and they can compare it side by side, like what they saw and what they dreamt of, they were thinking of. And I mean, it was really rough, but you could see similarity, you could see the correlation between like the actual video and like what the brain saw, and that's really cool. Like they were able to read the mind, how it worked, and they were able to translate that, like process it into a visual that like other people can see, and it's amazing. And so, say we reach singularity, and then we could
hive mind.
Hive mind?
Hive mind.
Which is,
what am I thinking of? Yeah. It'd be like, literally, I'm not even talking to you right now. I'm thinking and you're hearing me. Bees have a hive mind, I believe. I don't know what animals have hive minds. I don't know if any animals have hive minds. I don't know if it's just science fiction or not, but
that's completely possible.
Hey, what kind of
I see it. I see that happening.
Yeah.
When we're all like transported into the singularity.
You know what I want?
What?
contacts that have like Google Glasses. So you just be like,
it's called being part Android.
Can I be part Android?
Google Android. Alright, so apparently that was 10 minutes.
We made it to 10 minutes!
I didn't.
I'm so proud. Dude, you can get on the highway right there, and it's not a toll to just jump the light.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, we'll go drive by people's houses.
Sure.
Cool.
Alright.
Cool.
Anyways, we bring the singularity into the computer. We can access the mind.
I follow.
Like a computer file.
Okay.
Like a hard drive.
DCIM.
That's a computer. But whatever.
That was a rough turn.
You know how cool that would be able to, like, the brain has like so many memories stored in it, but we can't oh, that's dangerous.
And everybody is just like, can you not?
Or could you like go in the back?
Just gonna kind of like lag behind.
Yeah, you.
I'm having trust issues here.
Yeah. This is why truckers have trust issues.
This is why Anyway, so you know what? You know, and I'm just reminded. I don't know why truckers reminded me of it. Oh God, they're moving. Oh my God, I want to follow them and see when they fall out. But I'm gonna turn.
Or we can just go laugh, keep following and laugh at them when they. Okay.
Or. I gotta pull over. What was that? What was that, Andy?
I was not thinking clearly. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't get it. Oh, I should get that. Well, it's end of the week. I can wash this.
Good job. Proud. Proud.
Shut
I'm
up.
proud of you.
Shut up.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever.
Okay. Or. I didn't even do anything. Like, I honestly thought like you were just like dying. I don't know. Anyway, so I was reminded of what you said.
Whatever.
Doctor Who. There is an episode where they do upload their minds to the computers.
Yes.
Via Wi-Fi.
Oh.
Yeah. If you connect to this Wi-Fi network, then it uploads your brain to the computer. And SUX, man. This is not a stop time.
That's. Whoa.
Yeah.
What if that becomes commonplace in the future?
Via Wi-Fi.
You could just.
You just go to Starbucks. Connect to Wi-Fi.
And like, there you are. You're in like the Starbucks environment.
Oh my God.
That's
like, what if there aren't even places anymore? Like, you just like type in the IP address, and you're there.
Okay, so like, if the singularity becomes like widespread to everyone, okay?
All right.
Like everyone has access to the singularity. Everyone's in the system.
What about like Africa?
Just say if. All right, everyone. All right, this is hypothetical. All right. Say sometime in the future, everyone is in the system. All right.
Okay. So it's
infrastructure,
Matrix.
people, like
it all falls apart.
There's gonna be no use for like actual
anything.
Like physical space.
It becomes communist. It would be. Yeah. I mean, if you're living in a digital environment, there's no value to anything. I mean, if this is all digitized, then what the fuck's the value of this? You know? Nothing has value.
That's a very good point.
I mean, there wouldn't be a Walmart. You would just say, I want this. And it would materialize. Making that sound. I'm the sound effects artist.
That's just... Whoa.
I mean, it becomes a pure communist society. It would not in the terms of social,
I mean...
but in the terms of economical, it's a pure communist society.
Immortality, like, you
well,
can
granted,
live, you can live forever. You don't... It's... Nothing...
See, that's what I'm confused about.
Yeah, like...
It's because the brain is very, very good about electrical impulses and all that. To, you know, make us.
Yes.
I don't think a computer could replicate that. I think that we would only be able to live for as long as our brains lived.
So you're saying...
I'm saying that we need our brain and possibly our spinal cord
like, you need the brain, like, still...
You still physically need a brain.
Living.
Yeah.
In order to be active in the singularity.
Yes. Because I feel like just the technology for the computers to run a brain would be hardware, not software, obviously.
Yeah. Well, like,
But just the complexity of the brain, I don't think can be matched.
No, actually, within like the next decade, I think either this decade or I think it's the decade after, computers will have more.
Yeah, they'll have
processing power.
They'll have more processing power, but they still can't do the electrical impulses that make us do our things.
That simulate a brain.
Yeah, exactly. So until that somehow happens, we're
still limited to whatever.
We're still limited to our brains.
However long the brain can last. And then but brains, like, they break down, essentially, like Alzheimer's.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you slowly
There are still prominent diseases.
I
mean,
like
even within this digital realm, there are still bodily problems.
I mean, in the new, like, digital age, I mean, like,
there has to be humans on the outside taking care of all the brains.
And on the inside, we have viruses today, right? Like
tech viruses.
Yeah, tech viruses. So what's gonna stop hackers from, like, putting viruses into the digital world?
I wouldn't say much of nothing, actually.
I mean,
actually, I don't think they really would care. I genuinely don't think they would care. Unless it's for terroristic reasons, trying to get something out of the government.
Possibly.
I don't think there's any other reason. Because a lot of these attacks are based on social issues, which are, in effect, gone.
Yeah, within we're in singularity. We're all, like...
Because within that singularity...
We're all just a code.
In all honesty, it would probably project you the way your brain sees you. So, if... Let's just say a transgender person sees himself as a guy.
They would be a guy.
They would be a guy in the singularity. Also, mowers.
Cool.
Let's just wait till they leave.
Cool.
That's nice. Can y'all mow the yard?
Or something? Oh, they did. Looks nice.
Did they already?
Yeah. That's fun, dude.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Also, you have a very nice fence.
Thank you. I like our fence.
Yeah, I like it.
Our old fence was really bad.
Nice truck, though. I saw the truck.
Oh, yeah, you have to see the new car.
New car?
New car.
New car?
New car. New car.
You had the GMC, that truck.
We have the GMC, we have the truck, and then my dad got a new car.
Another one? For himself, or?
It's a company car.
Oh.
If that makes you feel any better.
Car's a car, though.
Car's not a car when it's a Maserati. What? Anyway, singularity. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Unless it's like the Matrix, where if you die in real life. Because honestly, if I had the ability to go as fast as I wanted to in a Lamborghini Gallardo, I would go as fast as I wanted to without any recourse for my actions. I think that within that, I mean, they're uploading us to a computer server. It's like Minecraft, may as well be. And so I think that, you know, you could technically do whatever you wanted and just have a reset of that general area, of just an oversight of, hey, there's a car wreck, let's drag or drop
a digital copy of
the
real
world.
life.
That's what I want.
Just so you can do whatever. But like, say like if that happens, right? Like, what if the line between like reality and this singularity world blurs? What if people they don't
know if they're in the singularity?
Yeah, like at some point they won't be able to tell whether or not
there would have to be some sort of distinguishing mark of you're in the singularity or you're not. Maybe that's a
kind of crystal. It's called a time crystal.
See, now that definitely sounds like something from Doctor Who.
Alright, it says... okay, the article is on Wired.com.
Wired.
And it says...
You know, the people that report about technology.
Yeah, the title is Time Crystals Could Upend Physicists' Theory of Time. And what it is, it's like... It's a crystal that works based off the asymmetry of time.
Asymmetry,
okay.
So it's almost like a magnet for time.
Yeah.
Like the way
Oh wait, I need a shade though.
Why?
Because heat.
Is it recording?
Yes, it is now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great, you just share it with my confidential papers. Awesome.
Or you won't be able to read it. Anyways, all right. So it's
after a 2-week break.
Or 3, I don't know. The past few ones
have been terrible.
Yeah, that's why I've been posting.
We're hungry.
Yeah. Go to Rudy's.
Yeah.
Pulled pork sandwiches, dude. And sweet tea.
Brisket.
Or that. Anyways.
Can I drive with no hand?
What's
your house? Oh, what kind of material did you use for your house? Oh,
and so they have a bunch of scientists who go there. I think some Chinese, one's Japanese. I don't even know.
Right.
Anyways, they're really.
So the Asian community.
Yeah. And I think they're teaming up with some Brits too.
The Brits.
Brits. And their experiment to test this thing out is
I'll take one thing.
Oh, okay. Their thing to test the thing out. Oh wait, I didn't even explain it. Okay, so the time crystal.
I don't know anything about it.
All right, it's like a clock.
And when's that gonna be a thing? Andy, that doesn't count. You have hands. Anyway, you know the past 2 shoots we've lost the camera at some point. Like we've made it fall off.
Oh yeah, let's try not to do that. Well, I'm wearing Express today, so maybe that'll do so. Because I'm always wearing Express.
Go on alternate route, yo.
Nah, we're just gonna mess everything up, and then we're gonna have a terrible episode.
Because I went an alternate route.
Yeah. So science.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi. All right, there's a thing on Flipboard about a new.
The way compasses work off of the Earth's magnetic field
Yeah. Okay.
lines.
Because
It's almost like that, but for time.
Yeah. See, like.
That's what I'm thinking.
In our world right now, we live in 4 dimensions, all right? X, Y, Z.
3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time.
Yeah, 1 temporal one. That's the constant.
That we don't see.
Yeah. Or like we experience.
We experience
it.
We feel it.
Yeah. And
Feel.
apparently, the crystal is supposed to work off of
that 4th dimension.
Yeah. And
cool.
The idea.
Can I have my house built out of it?
Probably not.
Out of time.